In the news, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu says Nigeria to roll out 100 electric buses as step towards sustainable and eco-friendly future. 10 directors of INEC have officially retired from service. US warship shot down 3 drones. Thrilling Super Sunday in the EPL as champions were held to a draw. This is the MLC TV Global News reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the confluent state of Nigeria. I am Jennifer Odimayo. Thanks for joining us. President Bola Tinubu says that Nigeria will roll out 100 electric buses in a step towards a sustainable and eco-friendly future. The pioneering initiative is to significantly reduce Nigeria's carbon footprint and modernize the country's transportation system. Tinubu said in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, on the margins of the COP28 climate summit. Presidential spokesman Ajuri Ngelale quoted his principal as saying, "Our victory plan is a strategic guidepost, directing Nigeria towards becoming an investment-friendly destination for carbon market investment." President Tinubu also appointed the executive chairman of the Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS, Zak Adedeji, and the Director General of the to co-chair the Nigerian Carbon Market Activation Plan. While the move is part of efforts to position Nigeria and Africa as a pioneering frontier of green manufacturing and industrialization, Tinubu is urging other countries on the continent to follow suit. Tinubu said Nigeria's plan for a greener and cleaner economy can serve as an inspirational narrative for nations worldwide. The federal government says it will soon commence disbursement of funds under its presidential palliative programs targeted at alleviating the impact of the fuel subsidy removal. A statement by the Minister for Industry, Trade and Investment, Dr. Doris Uzoka Anite, said the programs consisted of the Presidential Conditional Grant Program and the Presidential Palliative Loan Program. She stated that the Presidential Conditional Grant Program will disburse a grant sum of 50,000 naira to small businesses across 774 local government areas. For the Presidential Palliative Loan Program, it said the federal government will disburse 75 billion to micro, small and medium-sized enterprises across various sectors and 75 billion specifically to manufacturers. The loan would be administered to the beneficiaries at a single-digit interest rate of 9% per annum. The Governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, has promised to build a block of classrooms in OKE-ODAN in Yewa South local government area of Ogun State. Sanwo-Olu disclosed this during the grand finale of OKE-ODAN Cultural Festival. Sanwo-Olu, who was represented by his special advisor on EGIS and urban development and planning, Dr. Olajide Babatunde, disclosed that the bond and shared history between Ogun and Lagos dated back in time, saying that both had always enjoyed mutual relationships aimed at enhancing socio-economic development of two states. Sanwo-Olu therefore promised to support the development of education in Ogun State with the building of a block of classrooms in OKE-ODAN, Yewa South local government area of the state. 10 directors in the Independent National Electoral Commission heading different departments have officially retired from service after attaining the mandatory 60 years of age or 35 years of service. Speaking at the send-off for the directors in Abuja, INEC National Commissioner Professor Mohammed Adams congratulated them on their retirement. Adams advised them to use their retirement to engage in meaningful activities that would yield them good income. He advised people in active service not to be scared of retirement, but to create a niche for themselves in whatever capacity they found themselves. INEC Secretary Rose Oriara Anthony commended the retired directors for their hard work and dedication towards service. The INEC Director of Training, Dr. Binta Kasim, encouraged the retirees to use their retirement to engage in whatever they derive pleasure in doing. Blessing Obi Diego, speaking on behalf of the retirees, said they represented the last batch of INEC pioneer staff. She appreciated the Commission for the opportunity given to them to serve. She advised those in active service to continue to do their best for the Commission, while also urging that the gender policy of the Commission be sustained. 3 persons laying claim to the office of the President of the National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS, at the end of its national convention held in Abuja. The 3 candidates announced as factional president by their supporters are Lucky Emonefe, Pedro Chibuzo and Rio Borie Jude Denira after the group had separate press conferences. Controversies had surfaced in the student union following its election that started on Monday, November 27th in Abuja. Lucky Emonefe, who said he had emerged as NANS president in a credible election, appealed to President Bola Tinubu to approve a national annual bursary of 200,000 naira to all Nigerian students, irrespective of their creed or tribe. He said the fund will act as palliatives to cushion the effect of the hard economic situation occasioned by certain economic reforms of President Tinubu's administration. Also, Rio Borie Jude Deniram, who is claiming president-elect of NANS, called on the Department of State Security to give a report of the 2023 elective convention of NANS, as the world is eager to know. Pedro Chibuzo, on his part, called on the present administration to ensure that the student loan scheme was properly coordinated to achieve its intention. And on politics, the Kogi State All Progressive Congress Governorship Campaign Council has called on the police department of the state service and other security agencies to immediately arrest what it described as the slide to anarchy in the state by arresting the governorship candidate of the Social Democratic Party, Muritala Yakubu Ajaka, and his supporters who allegedly masterminded the attack on the residence of the resident electoral commissioner in the state in the early hours of Friday. The director of media and publicity spokesman for the campaign council, Kingsley Fanwo, who spoke at an emergency press briefing on Friday, said the same Assanis also had an attempt to burn down the Kogi State Government House foiled by Igbo-Eye security agents. The APC Campaign Council said the attack was perpetrated days after it alerted the nation of the plans of SDP talk to attack INEC. Our reporter tells us more.
The spokesperson Fanwo said the SDP in the state and their collaborators are desperate to destroy some documents in INEC to cover up unspeakable things they have committed.
Days after we alerted the nation of the plans of Muritala Yakubu Ajaka and the Social Democratic Party talks to attack the office of the Independent National Electoral Commission in Kogi State, they have finally done their worst by attacking the residence of the Kogi State Independent National Electoral Commission Commissioner, engaging security operatives in a fierce gun battle, and eventually burning down some vehicles in the residence and in the area. The same arsonists also had an attempt to burn down the Kogi State Government House, foiled by our Igbo-Eye security operatives.
He said the gruesome killing of an APC supporter, Khadijat, at Karifi by agents of the SDP is still an issue, and in addition, they have imported thugs from neighboring states into Kogi to disturb the peace of the people.
The same attempt was foiled at the state APC secretariat in Lokoja. The bold-faced criminality being perpetrated by the defeated SDP candidate and his violent gang of criminals is as a result of the lack of consequences over the gruesome killing of Khadijat in Karifi by agents of the SDP. They shamelessly came out to say Khadijat was bearing an arm. Till date, Muritala Yakubu Ajaka and his gun-wielding killers have been moving freely on the streets. If they had been arrested for killing an innocent woman, they wouldn't have had the guts to attempt to attack the Kogi resident electoral commissioner. We also told the world of plans by the SDP to burn down the INEC office in Lokoja. We thank the police and other security agencies for protecting the INEC office. Frustrated by the watertight security around INEC, the gun-throttling SDP criminals went to the residence of the Kogi State INEC commissioner in an attempt to kill him.
The campaign spokesperson appreciated the police and other security agencies for protecting the INEC and the resident commissioner despite the attack. Fanwo called on security agencies to arrest Murtala Yakubu Ajaka before he threw Kogi into a state of acrimony.
The reason they are desperate to destroy some documents in INEC is to cover the haste they committed in Kogi East, where they killed APC supporters and drove them out of collation centers to forge the results that were eventually trumped by the massive votes of Kogites for the governor-elect, Alhaji Ahmed Usman Ododo. They are attempting to corrupt certain documents in INEC before handing them to their legal team. We have no problem allowing legal teams to access documents and materials. It is the norm, but we won't allow any desperate, bloodthirsty politician tamper with the true verdict of the Kogi people. After their violent protests a few days ago, our people have also moved to Lokoja to ensure their mandate is protected. Resorting to assassination and arson will never help the Social Democratic Party and their confused candidate. Now is the time to arrest Muritala Yakubu Ajaka before he throws Kogi into a state of anomy. Democracy is the expression of the wishes of the people. Those wishes have been expressed freely, and no amount of bullets can silence the voice of the ballot.
Fanwo promised that the state government will continue to preach peace and harmony, and that Kogi is their project and they will keep the flag flying. I am Faith Abdugafar reporting for MLC TV.
We'll go on a short break now. We'll be right back.
Malachite TV Online is here. For your timely and reliable news that reaches you fast with the breaking news, choose MLC TV. Get human interest stories right here on MLC TV with entertainment, sports, business, culture, tourism, and fashion news stories all featured on MLC TV. Not forgetting political and current affairs news, state and federal government and people's matters will be discussed regularly on MLC TV. MLC TV, your one-stop online destination for unbiased, accurate news, entrepreneur ideas, and youth matters to the rest of the world. MLC TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone.
Welcome back. And on crime, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency revealed that crooked attempts by drug syndicates to export illicit substance, including various quantities of methamphetamine and opioids concealed in hems of new jean trousers, dolls button, local soap, and tins of Milo beverage to Europe, the United Arab Emirates, and Asia have been thwarted by its operatives at some courier firms in Lagos. Some of the consignments intercepted by the NDLEA operatives of the Directorate of Operations and General Investigation at courier houses in Lagos included tramadol 225 mg concealed in hems of new jean trouser heading to Cyprus, shipments of cannabis sativa hidden in heads of dough going to Dubai, UAE, sachet of tramadol 225 mg buried in the tins of Milo beverage going to UAE, and another set of same drug hidden in local soap also going to UAE, as well as a consignment of methamphetamine concealed in bottles heading to Hong Kong. The spokesperson for the Anti-Narcotic Agency, Femi Babafemi, in a statement on Sunday noted that a shipment of another illicit substance coming from Florida, USA, was equally intercepted at a courier firm, while the recipient, Daniel Ogi, was tracked by the NDLEA officials and arrested at 5 Akim Shitu Street, Ajao, Lagos State. Meanwhile, operatives in Lagos, December 1st, also arrested a drug kingpin, Okechukwu 56, who specialized in exploiting and recruiting young citizens to export meth to Asia countries. He was arrested at Blue Moon Hotel in the Okota area of Lagos with 60 wraps of methamphetamine weighing 1.009 kilograms. On the foreign scene, U.S. warship engaged and shot 3 drones after the 3 commercial vessels came under attack in the Red Sea, U.S. Central Command has said. It said the USS Kane assisted the ships which had links to 14 nations, including the UK, on Sunday after they were targeted from areas of Yemen held by Iran-backed Houthi rebels. 2 of the ships were hit by missile, but there were no casualties, it added. A Houthi spokesman said the group's navy had attacked 2 Israeli ships. U.S. Central Command, known as CENTCOM, said that on Sunday morning the USS Caney detected an anti-ship ballistic missile exploding near the Unity Explorer, a Bahamian-flagged UK-owned and operated cargo ship. It later shot down a drone that was heading towards the Caney itself. Although CENTCOM said it was not clear whether the drone was targeting the Caney, CENTCOM said the attacks had jeopardized the lives of the ship, multinational crews, and represented a direct threat to international commerce and maritime security. The death toll from Somalia's ongoing flood had risen to 110. The UN humanitarian agency, UNOCHA, said on Sunday more than 1 million people have been displaced and 2.4 million people impacted across 36 districts, the agency added. UNOCHA also warned of high risk of disease spread following reports of suspected cases of cholera and acute watery diarrhea in the states of Hishabelle and Galmudug. The agency added that only 30% of those impacted have received help, but at least 37 boats have been deployed to deliver supplies or evacuate those trapped by the flood water. In recent weeks, Somalia and neighboring Kenya and Ethiopia have experienced the heaviest rains in more than 2 decades, causing fatalities, displacement, and widespread destruction. The floods are caused by the El Nino weather phenomenon, which occurs due to the Pacific Ocean warming. Scientists say extreme weather events like flood will become more frequent and intense as the atmosphere warms due to climate change. And in sports, let's join Jonah Malik for the latest sports updates.
Hello and glad to have you on Sports Update on MLC TV Global News. I am Jonah Malik. Thanks for joining me. Manchester City was stunned by a depleted Tottenham Hotspur as Dejan Kulusevski's 90th minute equalizer ends sports a thrilling 3-3 draw at the Etihad Stadium on Sunday. Liverpool staged a sensational late comeback to beat Fulham in a 7-goal Premier League thriller on Sunday as Oli Watkins headed in a 90th minute equalizer as Aston Villa twice came from behind to draw against Bournemouth 2-2 in a thrilling Premier League game. Then 10-men Chelsea shrugged off a red card for captain Conor Gallagher to edge Brighton 3-2 while West Ham United drew 1-1 against Crystal Palace. Still on sport, ahead of the second leg of the final round of the 2024 Women African Cup of Nations qualifier against Cape Verde, the Nigerian delegation of players, coaches and officials have landed in Praia. The Falcons head into Tuesday's game with a 5-goal advantage. The 9-time African champions showed their superiority as they edge closer to the WAFCON scheduled to be held in Morocco next year. And that's all on Sports Update. I am Jonah Malik reporting. Back to Akasta for more stories.
Thank you, Jonah. Joy Dada has the latest updates in the world of entertainment.
Welcome to the world of entertainment. I am Joy Dada. Vivian Ochabuto, known professionally as Viv, is a Nigerian-born rising star in the music industry, whose voice and songwriting prowess are poised to make a lasting impact. Viv emerges as a fresh and vibrant talent ready to carve her niche in the world of music. Her voice is a captivating blend of depth and contemporary flair, creating an enchanting auditory experience for her listeners. As a songwriter, Viv reflects her society through her lyrical content, thus crafting relatable narratives. Her lyrics delve into life, love, inspiration, and self-discovery. Viv's style of music is influenced by classic songstresses to modern trailblazers such as Sade, Jordan Sparks, Omale, and others. Viv is said to be a refreshing and influential voice in the evolving landscape of contemporary music in Africa and beyond, as she is set to drop her first single, Grind, on 12 December 2023. Still on entertainment, the Edo State International Festival and award ceremony honoring the world's most accomplished filmmakers marked the successful conclusion of its second edition. Big Brother Naija star Ijoma Josephina Otabo was honored during the event that was held in Edo State. The reality TV star won Best Female Actress for her movie Osato among tight contenders. Following her recent achievement, the award-winning actress took to her social media account to call out the popular blog, Instablog, for not recognizing her and sharing her win. Meanwhile, one of the event organizers, Victor Okai-Bimble, declared that they had received 3,000 entries from 196 countries. Thanks for joining me, Joy Dada, reporting for MLC TV.
And that is the size of our package. Do support us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, MLC TV. Like and follow our Facebook pages, MLC TV, MLC TV2, MLC TV Yoruba, and Igbiravabe MLC TV. Instagram, MLC TV 2021. X, MLC TV, and TikTok, Malachite_TV. For your event coverage, appearance on any of our programs, contributions, comments, advert placement, or sponsorship, please call or send SMS to any of our numbers displayed on your screen. Join MLC TV online on weekends to watch our various programs: Saturday 7 p.m. Political Arena, Sunday 6 p.m. Women's World, and Monday 9 a.m. The Opinion. It is MLC TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. Please be your brother's keeper to build a happier and better society together. I am Jennifer Odimayo. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.